Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about the Eight of Wands. This is actually one of my favourite cards that I've done so far, but the people I've shown it to don't agree. so wait and see what you think of it. Okay, right, so let's start with the Thoth or Toth, or however you want to say it. And so swiftness kind of, in a way, sums up the card really succinctly. So we're thinking about messages, ideas, action. I particularly like the rainbow here, I think, because rainbow in like nearly all cultures is seen as a link, a bridge, if you like, between heaven and earth, or a message from God. It's got that kind of link with spirit. It's also something that, I mean, I live near the sea, and often when it rains, I kind of go searching for a rainbow and really want to see a rainbow across the sea. And what I've worked out, or I know, and I've kind of researched this a little bit, is that rainbows the sun needs to be at a certain angle, or the light needs to be at a certain angle to have a rainbow. So there's usually no point going out in the morning, for example. I have to wait till the afternoon. And I think what I'm trying to say is, to see a rainbow, you have to know exactly the right moment. And I think that's a really good message for this card. It's about acting, but you have to know exactly the right moment to do so. That idea is reinforced by this Sweet Twilight card. So it's a little bit dark, isn't it? I'm sorry, it's a really overcast day. And this is a dark card. But she's got there's something, I mean, she's sort of in the tree, but she kind of, like, her ears have become the tree almost, or something sort of quite mushroom-like about her ears, I think. But she's at one with nature, and she's like a conductor, and she's conducting these butterflies around her. But I think the point again is that to know when to act and to be able to trust that, you kind of have to be really in touch with your intuition, that you have to be able to trust that knowing that moment is right is coming from a good place rather than from fear or panic or impatience or many of the other reasons why we might rush into things. Okay, the next card, zoom out now because this is quite a large card. This is from one of my favourite tarot decks of all time. I absolutely love this tarot deck. It's called Taro as Colour. I'll just show you the box. And it's by Ithell Colquhoun. And I love Ithell Colquhoun as well. Unfortunately, it's out of print. It's gone out of print very recently, and it's in one of those annoying phases, or perhaps this will be it for now, but now it's got like 3 times the price it was originally, which is ridiculous. Anyway, these are kind of all very abstract paints. Paintings, I should say. She used enamel paint, and I'm not quite sure how she did it, but I don't know whether she poured it on or whatever. I think the actual pictures aren't much bigger than these. And she was very deliberate in her choice of colours. So these are linked with Golden Dawn colours. Although being Ithell Colquhoun, she also had her own method for choosing the colours. And the colours are, this is like a blue. This you probably can't see very well on the camera, but it's like a dark purple. I almost call it like a bloody purple, if that makes sense. You know, like that purple that gets to the point of dried blood, or kind of really deep, intense purple. And then we have got this amazing red. And that influenced me. I think that's why I'm showing this card, because that influenced me in my choices of colours for my own card. These cards all kind of remind me, I don't know if you've ever received Reiki, or if you've ever done Reiki training or anything. I've done my Reiki training 1 and 2, and usually with the Reiki energy, when I'm giving it or receiving it, I hear sounds in my ears, like a roaring, like a sea sound. But sometimes I get colours, and it's very exciting when I get colours. And they're like this, they're almost like blobs. I mean, I've had it also just kind of doing yoga or just being quiet. I suppose it's being in touch, isn't it, with your kind of higher self, maybe. And that cobalt blue, or almost a turquoise blue, that seems to be particularly special when I have seen that colour. I felt particularly connected to source in a way. The other wonderful thing about this deck is she uses all the Golden Dawn titles, which always sound so grand. So this is the Lord of Swiftness. And you can just, I love this because these are like snapshots. You know that these colours, another few seconds and they're all the picture's gonna look completely different. Right, finally, the last one I wanted to share with you is another artist, Dali. I love this one as well. This is from the Rachel Pollock book. I haven't actually got the deck, but I'm kind of tempted now I've got the book, because the deck, it's beautiful. Now, perhaps I'll zoom in here so you can kind of, you're probably not going to be able to see properly. There's a picture in the centre here. I'll see if Rachel Pollock, yeah, it's called The Oath of Horatians, by David. She doesn't give the full artist name, I can't remember, sorry, but I'll try and put a link actually. The painting is an interesting one. It is about a fight, and these are 3 sons. They're Romans and they're going to fight for Rome. And this is their father who is giving them the swords in which to fight. So this is a quick decision, isn't it? This is decisive. They're going to take this action. Now, the part that Dali has kind of not shown in the card, perhaps because there isn't much room, is here in the original painting, is the sister, and she's crying. And she's crying because she is engaged to the people they're going to fight. And also she's crying because her brothers are putting their lives at risk. And only one of those sons will actually survive this conflict. And this, you can see the blood dripping down the card here. So this, I think, is the real kind of shadow side of this card, that we are impulsive, we can act in haste, or we can be so driven and focused that we're not aware of the sacrifice involved. And it's almost like this is Mercury in Sagittarius, this card, but this is like a Mars energy, isn't it? And it's not one of my favourite cards to get, the Eight of Swords. Not Eight of Swords. That's not one of my favourite either, but the Eight of Wands. Because I feel like a kind of almost feel rushed sometimes when I get it. It feels like it makes me feel, what's the word? It's, you know, that electricity in the Thoth card, or how you feel just before a thunderstorm. It's that kind of feeling. It's kind of like a nervous excitement, and yeah, it's kind of tense, and it's not an energy I want to stay with for long. Right, so let me show you my card. As I said, I was really pleased with this, and I showed it to a couple of people and they were like, no. But I think they didn't like the colours, but as I said, I've chosen the colours based on that Ithell Colquhoun card. And I really like the kind of fanzine, grungy aesthetic that I was going for, a bit punk rock, I thought. Anyway, I'm delaying showing you, aren't I? So let me show you the card. In terms of song choice, yeah, I don't think there were any others particularly, so I'll talk about the song choice. There weren't really any other candidates. Okay, so see, it's not bad. I quite like this card. So here she is. This is taken from her live tour in the 1970s, and you can see she didn't fit on the whole card, but then I thought, oh, that's great because I can put her diagonally and sort of shooting off, and you know, her energy is so big that even her whole body won't fit on the card. So I liked that. And then we've got this dry ice here, which I thought, she almost looks like a rocket shape, which is a clue. So then with the fuse in my hand is from Rocket's Tale, which is in the Sensual World album. I spent about half an hour before doing this video looking for my Sensual World tape, which I had when I was 16, and I couldn't find it. I think now I'm 50, I realise I get really sentimental about these things, but like I hope I kept it, but perhaps at the time I thought, oh, why have I kept this? I've got it on CD, or I can listen to it on Apple or something. Anyway, so I couldn't find that, sorry. I did find my Trio Bolkaka, which I bought at university, I think, because I loved all the songs with the Trio Bolkaka. I love that sound. And Kate Bush says that Rocket's Tale was kind of devised to showcase their unique sound, really. Let me just, so I'm just going to click on my computer so I can try and read. Well, yeah, okay. So I'm just going to read out what Kate Bush has said about this song, because it was quite interesting. Again, this is from Kate Bush Encyclopedia. Visit it if you're at all interested. I wish it had been around 20, 30 years ago. I'd have known. I'd have memorised every single page. Anyway, so I'm enjoying playing through it now. It's great. So this is what Kate Bush said. Rocket is one of my cats, and he was the inspiration for the subject matter for the song because he's dead cute. And it's very strange subject matter because the song isn't exactly about Rocket. It's kind of inspired by him and for him, but the song, it's about anything. I guess it's saying there's nothing wrong with being right here at this moment and just enjoying this moment to its absolute fullest. And if that's it, that's okay, you know. And it's kind of using the idea of a rocket that's so exciting for maybe 3 seconds and then it's gone. You know, that's it. But so what? It had 3 seconds of absolutely wonderful. And I think that is the spirit of the Eight of Wands, you know. This is the moment. Act, enjoy it. It might be quite impulsive. You probably maybe don't know what the consequences are. But, you know, that that is the moment, that embrace it, embrace the time. Okay, so let me know what you think. Also, let me know if you can think of any other songs. As I said, I couldn't, but let me know if you think of any other songs that are potential for Eight of Wands, and also what you think of Rocket's Tale or Trio Bulgarka, or if you've ever seen Trio Bulgarka live. I'd love to hear about that. Okay, well, thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.